Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this great, great day. I am. Man, this week has gone by, and it just feels like I'm just getting started. But, man, I'm having a good time sharing the Word of God with you. We've been talking about growing in the Lord and the things that are needed to grow in grace and in the knowledge of the Lord. The early church lived by 4 principles as they got started. They continued steadfastly, according to Acts chapter 2, verse 41 through the end of the chapter. They continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. They continued in fellowship and in breaking of bread and in prayers together. I want to talk to you about fellowship, koinonia. We need to realize that this is, first of all, a relationship with God. It's not duty. It's not labor. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11, I believe it is, in the 28th verse, Jesus speaks these words to the people. He said something like this in that chapter, that the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent taketh it by force. But then he turns around and he says, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, and you will find rest for your soul. So what Jesus says to is this. The yoke talked about a labor. It was, in that day, a yoke was the thing that connected a couple of ox together. And a plowman would hook up to that yoke, and he would follow behind those ox as they would pull. And Jesus was saying this, listen, don't yoke up with the world, yoke up with me, and you'll find rest. If you're going to do it the world's way, it's going to be very difficult. But if you'll come to me, I'll give you rest. And then he said, learn of me, and you'll find rest for your soul. What Jesus is saying is, I don't want it to be a labor. I want us to be in a relationship together. I want you to know that now you're my friend, that now you're a joint heir with me, and that we're in this together. I'm not doing this alone. God literally wants to walk with me in this moment of time. It's a fellowship with him that I can come and I can visit with the Lord, and he visits with me. Let me say it different. I can talk with the Lord, and God talks with me. So first of all, it's a relationship with him. But then secondly, it's in koinonia, it's fellowship and relationship. And I know I'm giving you just a small bit with others. I believe it's very important that we are in relationship with other like-minded and of like faith people. Listen, we were never meant to walk this thing out alone. Life was never meant to be done alone. But it is important, if you're going to grow in God, that you're around and in fellowship with other godly people. Maybe people that have already been in this a long time. You know, we're in an age now where it seems like the variance of age is getting spread, where the younger generation says, I don't need the older, and the older is longing to have it with the younger. But we need each other. I need the more mature saints that have already walked through some stuff, that's already seen God do some things, have already encountered God in ways I long to, and listen to their stories, listen to their testimony, feel their heartbeat. I need their input in my life. Remember, the Bible said they continued in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship. They hung out with those more mature people. I believe that's the importance of the church. See, I'm not going to grow in with God if I'm going to hang out in the world. My friends may need to change. It doesn't mean that I have to dislike everybody. It means my fellowship, my relationships change, because where I want to get to in God, they can't take me. I may have to change who I'm running with. I may have to change who I'm looking to, and begin to find some men and women of God that I can find in the local church, that I can come and get connected to a local pastor, that I can come and get connected with more mature people that will help me walk this thing out. That's why Jesus said to even us that have been in this thing a long time, he said, go make disciples. See, there's some of you been in this a long time. We need to be helping the others grow. And as we give away what we've got, it just seems like it continues to increase me and increase you. So we need each other. If we're going to grow in the Lord, I want to say it to you again, friend, you can't do it without other godly people in your life. Come on, let's do this thing together and grow in the Lord.